Hello there and welcome to Black Jackal Gaming. Some new detachments have been announced for 10th edition with a little bit more information about how they will work. Factions will get an army-wide ability on top of their detachment rules. All rules for a detachment will adhere to being spread over no more than 2 A4 pages. They expect the book to be open with both pages showing, so no more page flicking. All relics, strats and warlord traits to be directly linked to detachments. No core relics or warlord traits, they've all been removed from the game. You can only select them from your faction detachment. Is there going to be too many rules to remember in tournaments if each faction has multiple different detachments, basically just rearranging the current codexes into individual sections? So all armies will have a faction-wide ability replacing old faction rules such as Power from Pain and Chapter Tactics. Space Marines will get Alpha Moment, which was the name of a well-used Space Marine secondary in 9th edition. This army-wide rule will allow you to select one unit at the start of each command phase. All units within your faction will be then able to reroll rolls to hit and wound against that target. Apparently rerolls will be much rarer in 10th edition, so faction rules like this should be quite useful. Hopefully they are relatively balanced against each other, otherwise this army ability might be a bit lackluster in the future. Strats are now linked to detachments, so don't expect to find any core strats in your army's indexes. There will be core universal strats for all armies to use though. They have given an example strat for the Gladys Task Force detachment. This allows you to select one unit in the opposition's shooting or fight phase and reduce the AP for attacks against that unit by 1. I can see this getting used a fair bit to help you hold on to objectives or just make units such as Terminators even tougher to remove. This is not locked to any keywords, so you should be able to use it for all the units in your army. It's a bit disappointing that you can't take this in your own fight phase, especially when charging a hard hitting unit to minimise Overwatch, being hit hard in the fight phase, or units that can fight first or on death. Core relics and warlord traits have been removed from 10th edition, and the ones in your detachment list have been rebranded as enhancement. They've given another example from Gladys Task Force for an enhancement this time. Artificer Armor will give the bearer a 2+ save and a 5+ feel no pain. Good to see that feel no pain has come back as a universal core rule. This will have limited use for some HQ choices, and they will already have a 2+ save, so the price point will have to be right to pay for this feel no pain and make it worthwhile. We've been given the detachment rules for the Tyranids. It sounds like we're going to have an army-wide rule and a detachment rule. So for this detachment rule, they've been given the ability to choose from one of 3 options at the start of the first battle round. This ability will stay in play for the rest of the game. This will be a good detachment ability to have in a tournament, as it will give you plenty of flexibility to cater your style of play towards the opposition's army. The first option is to have sustained hits against infantry and swarm units. This will give you an additional hit for critical hits, which will be on a hit roll of a 6, unless there are other strats or rules in play that can lower this number. This will be good against horde armies to help you slay any chaff that's thrown at you. The second option is lethal hits against monsters or vehicles. This will let you auto-wound monsters or vehicles on a critical hit roll of a 6. This could be very powerful if it can be combined with other rules to lower the number required to have a critical hit. I expect this ability to be rolled into certain weapons or datasheets to make them pretty brutal. Finally, we have the Hive Predator ability. This will mean that any critical hit roll scored against a character will cause the attacker to have the precision ability. We haven't been given any details about what this ability is or what it will do, but it will have to be tasty for a player to take it instead of the other 2 options. So what do you think about the new detachment rules we've been shown? Anything stand out as really powerful or a bit lackluster? Let me know below in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, then pop them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button, as it greatly helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button to see any future Warhammer content. Take it easy and see you next time for more grim darkness from the 41st millennium.